Richard is still on the loose after murdering Clarence, the second in command of the top cocaine-dealing gang, the Yorks, in Atlanta, Georgia. Richard, born the youngest of his two brothers, Clarence and gang leader Edward, was always jealous of his brother's superior positions in the gang. Having been injured in a serious meth explosion as a child, Richard never felt like he earned the same respect as his brothers did. Months ago, with the kingpin Edward becoming ill, Richard saw an opportunity to rise to power and take control of the York gang, and so far has murdered many of the gang members who stood in his way, and has tricked his brother's baby mama into marrying him. Deputy Richmond, from the Tudor Police Department, has just intercepted Richard's right-hand man, Buckingham, who approached the police willing to act as informant about Richard's whereabouts in return for immunity.
Not info, dude. But I want to meet it.
Okay. What kind of information do you have? How can I trust you?
Well, Home Dog Richard ain't honest, and I ain't getting left very tight. So what I can tell you is where Richard's gonna be taken.
Detective Richmond got the information, and Buckingham was kept in confinement in the local prison.
I have a message from Richard.
Unfortunately, Richard discovers Buckingham's disloyalty and has him murdered by a hitman in jail.
In the end, we were really lucky to have Buckingham's help. You know, I just don't think he was cut out for a life of crime. In the end, we found a letter of his which showed all the remorse he had for all the crimes he had committed.
Meanwhile, Deputy Richmond holds a meeting to discuss their plan of action.
We've been working so hard on this case, but we're making great headway. We have new details on the case from a confidential informant. Turns out, Richard's control over the Yorks is growing weaker.
Yeah, that night gave us a lot of hope. That instance with Buckingham really showed us that Richard was struggling with loyalty.
At that point in time, people were just supporting Richard out of convenience, you know? Like, people were genuinely doubting Richard. And, the money started to dry up, and between you and me, so were the girls.
Meanwhile, Richard felt very differently about his power over the gang.
Hey all, listen to me. We're good, okay? Don't even worry about those TDP mods, alright? We're good. We have superior guns, we have superior numbers, we are superior in every single way possible. Yeah! We're gonna do this! Yeah! They don't even know about Bosworth Warehouse!
A few days before the detectives' planned bust of the York gang headquarters, Detective Richmond convinces Stanley to act as a double agent.
You know, there's a lot of money involved.
Alright, I'll do it. But you have to protect my son, George.
Something very strange happened to both Richard and Richmond the night before the battle.
Yeah, so the night before I got these creepy dreams. People I shot, people I killed back in the day, they came back to haunt me.
You know, the night before the battle, the victims of Richard's murders, they just came back to me to inspire me. You know, I believe the reason we won.
Why'd you gotta kill me, man? Go to hell.
You ain't meant to be a leader of this gang, you about to get shot.
You tricked me into being your little hoe, and now you're gonna die.
You a detective and all, but I support you taking out Richard.
Yo, Richard needs to eat some lead.
The Yorks need to be taken down. This has gone on long enough.
That night, Richard began to act strangely, and his gang members took notice.
Nah, man. No, I remember that night real clear. Richard be waking up, talking about some ghosts, whack shit like that. I was trying to calm down, Be all like, got a big day coming up. But nah, man. Oh, he was tripping. Some shit, man. I knew it was over at that point.
Yeah, so those dreams I had that night, those really messed me up, okay? I was trying to live my life, dreams me up. Went to the church afterwards to try to make peace with God, try to figure some stuff out.
Oh dear Lord, what am I doing? Goddamn conscious acting up again. Man, I'm tripping from fear. Fear from what? Myself? Nah, man, I ain't afraid of myself. I love myself. But why? Nah, man, I got nothing to worry about. Those had it coming to them. Oh my God, I ain't going to hell. I ain't going to hell. Not tonight, at least.
The next night, the TPD made their big move into Richard's crib in the Bosworth warehouse. He was identified by his crashed vehicle parked outside, which was promptly confiscated. A raised red '84 Cadillac, a car commonly referred to as Donk.
Yo, bro, the cops are all over this shit. Richard tripping. That was getting shot down left and right. And Richard crashed his dog and is now fighting on foot. Help me! Help me! Help me!
My dog! My dog! My kingdom! My game for a dog!
I lost it all!
Night, Richard was quickly arrested by Deputy Richmond on several counts of first-degree murder and possession with the intent to distribute.
The night, it was a relief. It's times like that when I know God is really on my side. But you know, good really does prevail no matter how long it takes.
Do I regret what I did? No. Would I have done it differently? Come again? Yeah, probably. You know, my homies, my gang members, they turned their backs on me. You know? They some other gangs, okay? My gang's my gang, okay? You don't mess with any other gangs, you're my gang. When you're part of the Yorks, you're part of the Yorks. Alright? I need people I can trust, okay? That's what you do when you sign up for a gang. You know, in the end, bit me in the ass. That's why I'm sitting here wearing orange. It's not even my gang's colors.
In the end, Richard was kept in ADX Florence facility in Florence, Colorado, and is set to remain there for the rest of his life. Since the capture of Richard, Deputy Richmond was promoted to superintendent and has pursued other high-level members of the Yorks. Now Richmond is a resource for other officers pursuing high-level gangs like the Lancasters.